This is the Crimson Recap on the SVI Sports Network. Focus on Star Valley High School sports, scores, and highlights from the previous week. The Crimson Recap is presented by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free checking, with local branches in Afton and Alpine, and online at gofirstbank.com. And now, here's your host of the Crimson Recap, Jake Hibbard.
Welcome into the Crimson Recap. I'm Jake Hibbard, and back with you for another week as we'll take a look at the weekend that was, whether we're talking about a couple of soccer matches as Evanston was on the road for Evanston on Thursday and then back at home on Saturday to take on Rock Springs. We also will give you an update of, in case you missed it, on Southwestern Student Athletes of the Year. Take a look at what's to come in the week, but we start today with the Dave Draney Track and Field Invitational, which was held on Thursday in Star Valley after weather on Wednesday made it not optimal. Star Valley, of course, showed out very well in this meet as they took home several first places. In all, we're taking a look at some of the results. Of course, Valerie Urach took first place in the 100-meter dash as she reset her own school record of 12.05 seconds. Again, that's her newest school record. She was also first in the 400-meter, and in the high jump, she took first as well, jumping 5 feet 4 inches. Lots of other Star Valley standouts as Cammie Merritt won the 200-meter dash, and Carly Engel won the 1 mile. Cammie Merritt took home first place in the 300-meter hurdles. On the boys' side, Hobby Wetzel took home first place in the 400-meter race, clocking in at just under 55 seconds for the full lap around. Jace Burton won the 800-meter, nearly cracking the 2-minute mark, and then Wetzel came back to win the 1-mile race at 4:25. In the long jump, a 20 feet 8 inches jump by Cash Brazil was good enough for first place as Star Valley continued to dominate for both the girls and boys at their home meet. The final note on the Dave Draney Invitational, no team scores were kept for it. As we mentioned, in case you missed it last week, Wyoming announced its Southwestern District Student Athletes of the Year for 2023-24. And out of Star Valley, Valerie Urach, no surprise, was the 3A, 4A girls selection. Urach was joined on the boys' side by Kai Barker out of Evanston. And in the 1A, 2A ranks, it was a sweep by Cokeville as Bailey Grohl was the girls' representative from 1A, 2A, and Jack Dayton was the representative for the boys' side. In soccer last week, Evanston was the site for Star Valley to try to get back to their winning ways before coming back home on Saturday to take on Rock Springs. Starting off on the girls' side, we take you to the first half of the match
Braves
where Star Valley was able to strike
here
first.
Down the left wing. As the Braves play it middle of the box, shot on goal is going to score. On the counter opportunity.
Later on in the second, the Braves were able to get one more into the back of the net against the Red Devils.
Approaching with the right hand, blasts it high in the air, into the box, headed away, right back to Dandridge as she'll step to the ball. Fires one across with the left foot, she scores.
That gave Star Valley's girls its first win in conference and second of the season. On to the boys' game, it was an early and often shooting barrage for the Evanston Red Devils. Put in 3 goals in the first 25 minutes.
They knock it down in their box. They played across. Dangerous ball. Mendez finds Renova, fires a shot off of base and in. Sal Renova puts the Red Devils up 1-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As the Red Devils catch a bit of a break there, fires a shot, hits one of the Star Valley players. Not too far, the Braves get it right back. This is the player Jenkins, had it turned over. Barker trying to find Mendez on the far wing. It's a race. Mendez in some space down the left wing. Steps into a shot. Mendez scores! Red Devils on top, 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. What a ball through the midfield as Mendez has his 6th goal in 7 games. He continues away. Bueller steps to the middle, fires a shot, a low line drive knocked down by Lichty. But none of the Braves players crashed the box, so it will not matter if the rebound got away. Just an easy routine stop for Jagger. 4 saves in the game already for Lichty. as Lozano steps into it. He's got time and space. The player coming from behind him is going to send it forward. Looking for Cyril, gets his foot to it, tips it in. Brooks Cyril with the beautiful finish. What a pass by Victor Lozano. 3-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Someone give Lozano a high five. That was an incredible
Star
ball
Valley's
thrill.
only goal came in the second half off of a play across the box when it was
Here we go,
already
quickly again.
too late.
I don't think the Braves field players were ready. It's headed away in the box. Shot coming as it's low as Lichty had it for the moment. Makes a save. Rebound still in the box. And it's buried home by Bueller, who has something to say. Oh, boy. As a Red Devils player lost their cool there.
The Evanston player was given a card for the infraction. Ultimately, though, did not matter as the score stayed 3-1 in favor of the Red Devils. On to Saturday, Rock Springs came to town for a doubleheader, and the Rock Springs Tigers girls came away with a commanding victory 5-1. As for the boys matchup, it was a low-scoring one, and let's take you there now to the one goal that made a difference in the match. There was a foul called for a handball in the box on this cross that you're seeing right now. That leads to a penalty kick for Christoph Bueller. Let's go there now.
As that shot by Bueller finds the outstretched hand of a Rock Springs Tiger. Bueller will step this one off as para for the Tigers gets big in the goal. The fans in the stands start to rattle. Here comes Bueller. Oh, he puts a top corner. That ball was rising, but just in time finds the back of the net.
Taking a couple more looks at Bueller's top corner goal. That was enough to give Rock Springs its second conference victory of the season, which actually jumped them 1 point ahead of Evanston, the team they lost to on Thursday, in the 4A West standings. As we get closer to the end of the season for the spring year in track and field soccer and, well, everything else, let's take a look at what's to come this week in Star Valley Athletics. Starting off on Tuesday, April 23rd, track and field will be at Evanston for an invitational. And then on Friday, Saturday, track and field will be at the Tiger Grizz Invitational in Idaho Falls. Friday, girls and boys soccer will be hosting the Casper teams as Natrona County comes to town on Friday, 2 o'clock for the girls and 4 o'clock for the boys on SVI Media. And Saturday, Kelly Walsh is the opponent, noon kickoff time for the girls and 2 o'clock for the boys. And that's it for me. Make sure to check us out next week for another Crimson Recap.